Since we're in the holiday season, today we're going to explore a dwarf planet with a festive nickname, Santa. Thank you for watching. Let's begin. The dwarf planet we're talking about is officially known as Haumea, and it is one of the 5 recognized dwarf planets in our solar system, along with Pluto, Ceres, Aries, and Makemake. Haumea is named after the Hawaiian goddess of fertility and childbirth. Haumea has 2 moons named after her daughters, Hi'iaka and Namaka. But how did Haumea get its nickname Santa? Well, back in the early 2000s, 2 teams of astronomers claimed to have discovered Haumea independently. One team from the Palomar Observatory in California found Haumea in images taken in May 2004. They nicknamed it Santa because they announced their discovery shortly after Christmas. The other team, from the Sierra Nevada Observatory in Spain, later found Haumea in images taken in March 2003. Both teams submitted their claims to the International Astronomical Union, or IAU, the organization that is responsible for naming and classifying celestial objects. The IAU decided to give the credit to the Spanish team because they had the earliest observation date. The IAU also chose the name Haumea, following the tradition of naming dwarf planets after mythological figures from different cultures. Now, let's dive in to some of what is known about this distant world. Haumea lies far beyond Neptune, and it orbits the Sun in a very eccentric or oval-shaped path that takes 285 Earth years to complete. That is a very long year compared to the 365 days it takes Earth to orbit the Sun. Haumea is located in the Kuiper Belt, a region of icy bodies that extends beyond the orbit of Neptune. Haumea's average distance from the Sun is about 43 astronomical units, which is about 6.45 billion kilometers, or 4.01 billion miles. Haumea is one of the largest and brightest objects in the Kuiper Belt, and it can sometimes be seen with a large telescope from Earth, or with long exposure photography. Haumea is similar in size to Pluto, but has an elongated, egg-like shape. Its longest points measure about 2,300 kilometers, or 1,429 miles in diameter. The most narrow points are about half that size. If Earth were the size of a nickel, Haumea would be about the size of a sesame seed. Haumea has this odd shape due to its quick rotation speed. It takes only 4 hours for Haumea to complete one rotation, giving it very short days. It also makes it one of the fastest spinning large objects discovered in our solar system. Scientists believe this quick rotation is due to a collision with another object billions of years ago. This collision would have accelerated the spin of Haumea, as well as sent chunks of rock and ice debris into space, eventually forming the 2 moons of Haumea, and likely its rings. These rings were only discovered in 2017 after scientists observed Haumea passing in front of a distant star. One of the most striking features of Haumea is its surface, which is rocky and covered with crystalline ice. This ice reflects much of the sunlight that reaches Haumea, making it very bright. In fact, Haumea is the 3rd brightest object in the Kuiper Belt, after Pluto and Makemake. The ice on Haumea is also very pure and cold, with an average surface temperature of about minus 240 degrees Celsius, or minus 400 degrees Fahrenheit. That's even colder than liquid nitrogen, and it's colder than the average temperature of Pluto, which is about minus 230 degrees Celsius, or minus 382 degrees Fahrenheit. Scientists think that Haumea's ice may be constantly replacing itself by some internal process, like volcanic activity or heating due to tidal forces between Haumea and its moon, Hi'iaka. This would explain why Haumea's surface is very smooth, with no signs of craters or mountains. Another interesting feature on Haumea is its gravity, which is much weaker than Earth's. Due to its small size, Haumea's gravity is only about 4.5% of the gravity here on Earth. This means that if you weigh 150 pounds or 68 kilograms on Earth, you would weigh only 6.7 pounds or 3 kilograms on Haumea. You could jump incredibly high and far on Haumea, and you would feel nearly weightless. But you would also have to deal with the extreme cold, the fast rotation, and the lack of atmosphere. Even though the conditions on Haumea are unimaginable to us, they are still fascinating and humbling to explore. So there you have it, the story of the dwarf planet that was once called Santa. Haumea is a fascinating and unique world that deserves more attention and exploration. There is a proposed mission to explore Haumea and other Kuiper Belt objects called the Kuiper Belt Extended Mission. This mission would use the New Horizons spacecraft, which flew by Pluto in 2015, to perform a flyby of Haumea and its moons in 2030. This is not an officially planned mission with funding yet, so we will have to wait and see the results. Until then, we can only admire Haumea from afar and wonder what secrets it holds. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something new about this unique world in our solar system. If you did, feel free to show your support with a like or by sharing this video with someone else who may enjoy it. If you would like to see more videos like this in the future, feel free to subscribe. Wherever you are in the world, and whatever your beliefs may be, I hope you all have a great holiday season and a happy new year. Thank you all for making this a great year for this channel, and I look forward to many more journeys together. Thanks again. Until next time, take care and be well.